Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the podcast after week 3. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling real good.
What a dub. What
The
a
only
dub.
3-0 team left.
Yes, sir. That's crazy. I would never have
Hopefully
guessed
it
that one.
lasts.
I would never have guessed that at all.
Yeah,
but
we know.
Here we are. How you feeling, man? Feeling?
Bro, I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling.
Oh, snap.
You order something?
Yeah, Uber Eats.
Uber Eats?
Chai House got some.
Chai house?
Some chai coming.
That's legit. What'd you get?
Some chai and some small things.
You get any chai?
No.
Bruh.
Let's see what you got. Chai House.
Yo, assalamualaikum, Hasan. How are you? Yo,
This guy
what are
works
you
at
doing
Chai
here,
House?
man? I thought it was just me and you for the podcast.
No, it was gonna be just us. Actually, I don't know if you did not get the memo or
Guys,
like, you can't just show up at somebody's house.
Yo, Sonny, I gotta talk to you, man.
Huh?
All right?
No, I need to
You gotta
talk to
listen
you too.
Listen, guys, let's squash the beef now. The game's over. Let's do the podcast.
It's never over. It's never over.
It can be
All
over.
This guy doesn't belong here.
Yo,
All
I
right.
understand.
He's
You
part,
guys,
he's part of the committee.
you guys won't stop whining.
What committee? What committee? We're part. This is our thing, dude. This is our thing.
Dude, let's squash it now.
Nah,
Game is
I'm
over.
tired of this guy. I'm tired of this guy.
Listen, guys, let's go do the podcast. We're gonna talk about everything there, and then after the podcast is over, y'all can have another talk you want privately. You know, let's just come on, man, come on. Let's do it.
Don't forget who won in the fall, Sonny, for the championship. Looking for the perfect addition to your next event? Chai House brings handcrafted chai and coffee straight to you. Weddings, private parties, corporate events, you name it. Whether you're craving a classic karak chai, a creamy latte, or refreshing drink, we've got just the thing for you. Booking is easy. Just visit chaihouse.co and reserve your date. Let's make your event unforgettable, one cup at a time. DMFL relies on its sponsors to run the league. Chai House is one of our new sponsors. It's a good friend of mine, Tahir, and his wife, Hiba. So we'd love for you to support local businesses, small business, Muslim-owned business. Check out Chai House and book your event there.
All right, here we are, guys. Dan, welcome to the show. Sonny, assalamu alaikum, man. Yeah, man, just want to discuss a moment that happened, after week 3. Before we get into that, there was a lot of stuff going on with these two teams, GSOT and Dart, a lot of back and forth. They did win Sports Kind last season, and there's a lot of talk about that. And it was Dart versus GSOT in the finals. They won that championship. So coming in DMFL, there's already a lot of built-in things about that. And then there's some players and stuff like that kind of switched teams over to his team. So after the game was over, it was a crazy game, by the way. Both teams kind of played really, really hard. I feel like it was really like a playoff type atmosphere for that game. Even last second, they could have had some drama if player or two happened. It could have been more dramatic as well.
A lot to be said about that one.
Yeah, but besides the point, after the game was over, yeah, Dan's like. There was a moment between Sonny and Dan, and from the outside view, it seemed like a very passionate conversation, kind of like with when LeBron went to Stephen A. Smith, and he came right at him during the game. And this was after the game, but everyone was kind of just like, "Yo, are they good? What's going on? What's being said?" You were Stephen A. That was LeBron, and there were some fingers and stuff. It looked very like animated and stuff. So just want to have y'all just discuss what happened in that situation and kind of just let everyone know. Some people thought they were about to go to blows, maybe. It looked really intense.
Yeah.
So I guess Dan, you can kind of.
No, absolutely. So I mean, the rivalry now, it goes back to Carrollton too. It's almost 2 years. It's fun. It's intense. It's it takes a lot of intensity and mental focus. But what I had a lot of feelings, before going into the game regarding what I perceived to be a little bit of disrespect, and I was going to address it with you regardless of the result. But between me and Sonny, I think people also got to know that me and Sonny are really tight, and I view Sonny like an older brother. We also like I had Sonny and his family over to our house for iftar during Ramadan this year. We see each other in the legal community all the time. I talk to him all the time about things. Like I literally call him the Godfather, and respect his organization with respect to Dart, ask him life stuff. So it was really just like me going to an older sibling and be like, hey, I'm upset about something. I need to talk to you about it. And Sonny handled it with class, with respect. He addressed what I had to say, and it's all love. I understand why to someone who was watching it, they might have been a little bit taken aback, especially because I usually don't get, I think, like that, but I think it was the culmination of a couple weeks. But all love and respect for Sonny, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was no. First of all, like, I mean, I appreciate your comments, Dan, and I also wasn't very upset about the interaction. You know what I mean? Like, I know it was kind of a spectacle, and people were looking, but I appreciated your emotions in that moment. It was a very emotional game. It was a very emotionally draining game for me. It seemed like it took forever, and then when it was over, I was just like, oh, it's over. Well, I mean, so it was just kind of but anyway, I mean, I feel, I mean, I reflected on your comments, and I went back and looked at some of the things that were said, and I realized, how things could have been done differently. I think it was a good learning moment for me and the team, I think it's really not that big a deal, and I'm glad it happened. Like these sorts of things, this is what's going to happen. It's there's going to be bumps in the road, and it's what makes the season fun, and we'll always be able to look back and reflect on it and laugh about it, but also grow from it. So
yeah, for sure. And I'm a direct person. Like I will tell people, what I think, and immediately after, I took 5 minutes to cool off, and then we sat and watched the, Muslimine Wolf Stars game together, and shared some thoughts on the game and thoughts on our game. And I think just first and foremost, we want this playing flag football and this community to be fun. Yeah. Right. We want that to be, and we want it to be about brotherhood and togetherness, and less. There is a little bit of chatter that's going to happen, and that's normal, but we want to respect lines.
Sure.
Too.
For sure. Did you get everything you wanted, or is that?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Wait 1 second. I want to also add, I think we've been unfair to Horace a little bit. I think that we've been really hard on Horace. I think overall in the podcast, I think we've been just a little bit unfair to him, because this is his first DMFL experience. And I think that just because you're put on a team that's expected to win games, your first time in this kind of environment, teams are tough, and teams are coming at you with their full, there's no mercy out here, So I think we've been a little unfair to him. It's early in the season. I think game 3, he played probably his best football so far. Overall. But I think we need to not obviously when you win or lose. It's like even with Stephen A. Smith, Bronny's not playing, he's gonna get talked about just because if LeBron's gonna say Bronny is better than a lot of these players that are playing, he's gonna get some backlash, right? So I think that we could still be a little bit. We can relax, I think, on some of the stuff we say about his team. Obviously, I think, like I said, last year, their team was a lot more talented, in my opinion. So it's kind of unfair to judge him off this year's roster. We can
still disagree with that. I don't think the team was a lot more talented last year, just because of one guy. I think that they changed in different ways, but we can talk about it.
Yeah, we get that. But I think that's a good time. I will address something that Pat made a good point to me actually after the game. He's like, why don't you just come out and say why are you being so coy, right? So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm open to being corrected. Harris is the quarterback. He won in the fall. He beat a professional quarterback in that league. There's really no question. The other thing is that unfortunately CJ is hurt and he's not even available. The reason he's on the roster is because actually this week Harris is out of town, and I knew that obviously going back to February he has a prior commitment, and I was hoping CJ would be back, but he's not even cleared to play. So all this like drama and who. It really was a nothing burger. But maybe I should have just said that in the first place. So that is what it is. And then with respect to format, I think you're right. Like DMFL is a different type of league in terms of intensity. You have this tape, but also Harris has almost exclusively played full field flag before. This is his first time like playing some condensed. So even like, oh, hey, these things are not open when they used to be. These things that we need to try. Like it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period, and so you just got to make sure you keep improving and not go the other way.
Yeah, and then also like when you're playing in leagues, you don't really know the team you're versing most of the time. You kind of go in there with they don't know you, you don't know them. You play the game, you finish the game. But DMFL was highlights. We're seeing you multiple times a year, so we're kind of seeing your style, and we can watch your previous film of your games 1 through 4, then versus week 5. So there's a lot more that goes into like DMFL versus other leagues. You just kind of show up and versus the guy, and even if you play that team, like Sunny has a GoPro, but most teams they don't have no film at all. So you kind of just have to.
That's why I had to get a drone. I was like, I got to match this intensity.
Now you got a drone out here, so. It's all love. It's all the end of the day. So I'm glad y'all had this moment to kind of just squash and let everyone know that they're good. Yeah. They're good to go and they're here for the podcast. Power rankings, DMFL. After week 3, here we go. Number 10, Purple Rain. Unfortunately, guys, you're 0-3. Sammy Baruch is still a great captain, leading the guys, but you guys need to get a W. Inshallah, you guys can do that. But right now, you're 0-3, but keep fighting, guys. Number 9, Kraken. This team has talent. Aaron Key was out there balling out, but they still lost 35-14 or something like that. You guys just got to get a dub, and I think that, like, the pieces are there, but just don't give up. Keep fighting, keep striving, but right now you got number 9. At number 8, GSOT. All right, this team had a better week. They versed Dart, still lost the game, but Harris balled out. There's potential is there to be a better team, but you still got to get the W's on the block. For right now, they're at number 8. Number 7, Flag Theft Auto. Huge W last game. They took care of business, got that W on their belt. Patrick Fellows and the guys, and Bruce balled out. Bruce had a day. They're at number 7 now. We'll see how far they can go. Number 6, Muslimin, my team. We had a tough matchup last game. We versed one of the best teams in the league. We almost had the dub, but we couldn't close it out. We're still getting better, but at the end of the day, we're still 1-2 team. So we got to get some W's on the block as well. Number 5, Chaos. This team has been balling out. We thought they're going to be like a number 7, 8 team. They're playing above what we expected, and that's all the credit goes to Mustafa Mucky and those guys, Isaac and Suffy. These boys have been balling out. We'll see how far they can go, and can they get to the 1 through 4 bracket. Number 4, Titans. Why are they here? I mean, they're from the number 1 spot, number 2 spot, now they're number 4. It's just because how they lost that game. You can lose games, but when you get blown out like that, it just raises question marks, But I feel like they're still one of the best teams in the league. Armand, their quarterback, wasn't there, so that's a big, big factor. And number 3, the Wolf Stars. These guys are back. They're back in the winning side. They were a hard team to beat. Shuja throwing deep bombs now, one of the best QBs in the league, and they showed it. These guys are a tough team to beat. Number 3 right now. We'll see if they get to the 1 or 2 spot. At number 2, Dart Sports, the 3-0, the last undefeated team that we got. They're looking really, really good. Papi and these guys, when that whole team comes in each week, they're going to be a hard team to beat. Right now, they're looking really scary. So we'll see if they can be the number 1 team after week 6. But now, our number 1 team we have F and F. Huge W versus the number 1 ranked team, Titans. They took care of business. They didn't just win the game. They really beat them down 34-12. That's a huge W. They showed all the haters, the question marks. This team is still a GV team, top team to beat. And we'll see if they can hold that standing. They got a big game coming up, but that's all for now. We'll see you guys in the studio. All right, game 1. We have Purple Rain versus Flag Theft Auto. Like I said, it was going to happen. Bruce had a day, 37-12. I just knew they needed a W. This is their game that they had to win, obviously. This was not going to be a loss for them for sure. I know you had your boys pulling it out. but the miracle didn't happen, unfortunately. Bruce looked really good out there. Obviously, like Purple Rain, they just don't have enough. I feel like they don't have enough talent to counteract some of the stuff. Lonnie Luqman Bolden had a day. He has a new move. You see his new move he has? That dip.
He added it. I
He
saw it
added
last
to the
week.
repertoire.
Yeah.
He's looking
Uh-huh.
good. He had a nice
Uh.
moss over two guys, backpedaling into the end zone.
He's the first DMFL player this year to have 100 yards receiving in a game.
No way.
Yep. Mhm.
Wow, that's
Yep.
crazy.
Were those yards off of like big chunk plays, or like just like?
He only had 4 catches. Only. I mean, that's a lot for a flag game. But one at least was like almost a full field.
Yeah.
Bomb.
The bomb. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow, 4 catches over 100 yards.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
25 yards for every catch. It's good.
Yeah. Sahil. Sahil did pretty well. I mean, he didn't really throw a lot of interceptions, but I think that they're trying to figure out a little QB system going on there. And Abu Zars, or one guy that's always balling out. This man's in the highlight reel. You can see him just catching one-handed balls. Like he's going crazy, but it's just not enough to win games. What do y'all think, though?
You're good. He had Abu Zar had 5 for 88 and a touchdown, and now that's 3 games in a row where he's caught a touchdown and multiple games with over 70 yards, and that's not fluky. Like, you can't do that over and over unless you got some talent and some chemistry, I guess, with Sahil, which is good. But I think Bruce, Lonnie, the flag theft guys are just a lot more talented. It's actually the exact same score as last week. Purple Rain got 237 at 12 games in a row.
Wow.
Exactly. They just got to limit the mistakes, I think, Purple Rain. You get the ball on both halves. You got to find ways to like double up where you're scoring at the end of the second half and you're immediately getting the ball back. But yeah, Bruce had 2 interceptions on defense too. So
yeah, no, Bruce is definitely a two-way player, and I'm happy for Bruce. Like, I mean, that's my guy too. And then Lonnie and Khalid.
oh, he's having a great season.
Huh?
He's having a good season.
Khalid, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Very underrated. Like, when he first came into Dart, like, he was just destroying everybody. So it's great to see him just like excel and show everybody what he's got. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm happy for them. They got a win. They're 1-2. Probably should have been 3-0. But still got 3 games to go. And Sahil, PJ, they're just I'm glad they're having fun. They stick around. They watch the other games, laugh, joke. So it's good to see them out there.
Sahil, I mean, like, I do appreciate that he is like legitimately invested in improving himself as a quarterback, and he wants to like, kind of climb the ladder for.
He has all the tools.
He has
all the tools. You just got to make the right reads, got to make good decisions, and then it's there. It'll click, and I think it'll be pretty special. But yeah, he keeps trying, and I think it's great.
Yeah, and I like Sammy's effort too as a captain for Purple Rain. Like, getting beat like this over and over is not easy, but he's like just as enthusiastic, organizing his guys. Saying like, hey, we're here to get better. We just got to look for improvement. So hopefully that happens.
Yeah. A bagoosh.
All right, game 2. We had FNF, Family and Friends versus Titans, and kind of shocking, disappointed a little bit. It wasn't a better game. I was hoping for like a banger, like a 27-28 game winner on overtime.
Dude,
we
can't
might
be that lucky,
be the game
bro.
of the season. You can't get every week.
We can't get those games every week.
At least like last second score or something like that, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
I do gotta say though, I gotta say this. It was 0-0, almost the whole first half until one play happened, and this is what happens. Arrow gets sacked like far, like at the half field. They had to score a touchdown. It's like 3rd and goal now.
Oh, okay.
Like, Titans had him back.
So like 3rd and 30.
Like 3rd and 30 type. And we all know where the ball is gonna go. We know, they know, and it happened. Like, Arrow's hike, 1 step, 2 step, launch. Where's it going?
Sharif.
Like, it's obvious. They have 2 guys there waiting too. Like, it's not like they were ready for it. Like, they're shocked about it. But then it was so perfect. The ball's in the air, scaling. Dodge is like this. Baby jump. They're only 6'2", 3. So just a little smaller jump, already in the air. And I think the guy, his name's Arsh, he kind of like misplayed it a little bit. And then he was kind of like up. He wasn't back up. He was like up somehow. And thought jumped up, touchdown. And when that happened, the script was flipped. right away.
So this was the end of the first half.
Ended up first. It was 0-0 the whole half.
So they go into the half down 6 or 7-0.
No. They score with like 2 minutes to go.
Okay.
Quick 3 and out. Get the ball back. Score. They scored like the punt was a bad punt. Very bad punt. Short field again. They go down and score. Now it's like 12-0. And then like from that it just gets.
And did they get the ball in the second half?
I'm not sure exactly.
Because it became 13-6 and then 19-6 FNF. So they kind of jumped on him after that. But yeah,
it was that play. And we were saying the whole time, "Oh, why aren't you getting the ball, Taha?" Like,
yes, we were telling him that. We were telling him that,
like,
and he's like very kumbaya.
He's
He's
kumbaya.
like,
Yeah, he is.
like I just want everybody to be involved.
Yeah.
You know, as long as other people are eating, I'm happy.
Yeah, he was kumbaya answer, but I know Taha.
Yeah.
He has that dog in him.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of being low-key right now, like, you know, kumbaya for the good vibes of, you know, family and friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're kumbaya, you know.
Is it family? It's family and friends. Okay, not friends and family.
Yeah,
all right, family and friends. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Taha changed that game, and then single-handedly, and Arrow had a day.
Oh,
250 yards, 5 touchdown passes.
Oh my God.
Like, he was doing it all.
Yeah.
He was doing it all.
like Drew Brees.
I think he might probably lead the league in yards because his man every week.
He's getting a lot
plus, like weekly. Like this man's going crazy.
So it's like he's like head and shoulders above everybody else.
I'm pretty sure. We haven't done an exact
check in yet.
We're going to soon, but he's definitely the lead for yards for sure. 100%.
I mean, Taha really changes the geometry of the game and offense, and they haven't gone to it yet. But the fact that the hardest thing is when someone knows they're going to do it, and you still can't defend it, right? That's it's kind of soul breaking. Yeah, you know,
because you got him as a jump ball, and then if the defense is pushed way back there, you just hit Hassan in stride, and then
And Hassan also had a day. Hassan has been having a day every single week. Hassan Mahmoud's been balling.
Oh, season. I think he's got to be leading the league in receiving yards. He might be leading. He might be triple crown pushing it when we
definitely
compile.
Catches are gonna be high. Catches, yards, touchdowns. He's scoring weekly. Like he's man scoring every single.
And like some saucy touchdowns too. These aren't just like he's standing there wide open. Like he's making a move on someone then spinning. But I know y'all already know how I feel about Hassan every week. I'm like.
Yeah, I definitely missed having him on my team. That man was special. Like he was like Mary against your game last year. He did a spin-a-roo touchdown.
Yeah,
like that's something that he just did on. Like I'm not involved in that. I did like a little like screen. That's him. That's Hassan Mahmoud. He's a different breed, bro. So he's been balling out. Salah Mahdi, like to me, probably their best player in my opinion overall, two-way player. But he had a quiet little day, and like that's the thing that anyone can go off. It can be Taha's day, Hassan's day, Salah's day.
Yeah.
It could be Sammy's day. It can be any one of these guys can ball out, and that's why they're a really, really good team and they're really scary.
I will say, so obviously, it's a great win, right? Whenever you're scoring 34 points on Titans were missing Armand, their quarterback. Now I texted Salim after the game because they agreed to switch to play FNF instead of Purple Rain this week, right? For competition.
That's right.
Knowing that, right? So I asked that question. Hey, what was up with that? And he said, "Look, we can't depend on one player. Like we're a team, and we just need to play better." And I said, "Look, man, I respect the competition and I respect the attitude and hustle. So I think they're going to come out pretty motivated, right? Like Titans is better than this score and game. Obviously, not having a starting quarterback is like it's going to matter." But I like that they think that they can compete regardless.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
It's interesting that Titans beat Wolf Stars beat FNF, FNF beat Titans.
Oh yeah,
know what I mean? The parity,
Exactly.
It's just it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Armin, like he wasn't there, but I think Salim started off the quarterback in the beginning, but then when Jiffy came in, he added that flavor. Jiffy is the guy that can really like change the game as well. He came in, he started scoring a lot more when he came into the game. He's a lot faster. He's faster, more mobile. He can move around a little bit too. So he came in to help him out, but still, obviously, it wasn't enough. Adam already had a huge lead. But
I think Jiffy's a good quarterback.
He played season 1, right?
Huh?
He was the main
played
quarterback.
Season 1.
Okay.
When we played him in Carrollton,
he was quarterback. Always been quarterback. I didn't really know who Armand was until
same.
Recently. They told me that he was their main guy, but I think he like kind of retired a little bit. But like Jiffy, I thought was their quarterback always. And he was balling out. But we'll see. They're still 2-1. Titans are not like it's not like the season was over.
Of course.
It was a week 3 game. But it was what we expected. But still, FNF is a tough team, and they're gonna show you every single week.
Yeah.
Game 3, man. Game 3. It was a game. It was a game. GSOT.
Dangerous
Greatest
game.
show on turf versus Dart.
Mm.
Exciting game. It was crazy. I feel like all the hype and live up to it. Like it wasn't. I said it could win 30-12. I was talking a little crazy. I thought Dart was rolling so well, like a machine that like that you guys couldn't handle it, but you guys were ready to go right from the get go. Like I just felt like it was very like intense.
It
Like,
was.
just every single pass was just so like contested. EJ is like pre-snap getting ready. Baha Osmani, like they were having some stuff as well. Like the rushing and blocking was intense. Giovanni was doing his thing.
RJ was talking. He was getting all of
RJ
us
was
talking.
and I feel like that play where RJ, that little sideline play, the whole sideline is going crazy on RJ. But man, like 18-12, you know, like I feel like this game could have been like if EJ catches that ball and it's a first and goal with like how much time left. Like,
No, I think EJ walks it in.
I think you're gonna catch him.
Yeah, I think he walks it
Kind
in.
of go for it.
He only
though.
had one guy to beat, and that guy was coming at an angle. But EJ had a full head of steam. It's hard to catch EJ in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe our guy, I mean, it might have been Roach, might have been Hash. Maybe he could have like taken one swipe at it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think EJ
40 seconds left or 35 seconds left. There wasn't that much.
I kind of saw him falling down. Even if he falls down, he rushed there, throw the ball, spike the ball, and get it.
You're saying that if he had lunged,
it
lunged and
like
caught
he
it.
kind of like dove for the ball.
Yeah. He definitely extended.
He extended. He didn't like dive full on, but he like kind of like reached out, kind of like rolled over.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I'm just saying, if he caught that ball, we never know what was going to happen. It could be 18-18, game winner, or go to overtime, which so we don't know. But anyways, Sonny, you did mention that this man will not catch a ball over 30 yards, and then he did.
That's what you're leading with?
What
you're leading with?
He did catch the ball because you were saying your words.
Yeah.
You were saying it could be like you can be like losing the game. You're gonna triple this man to make sure he doesn't catch that ball.
Yeah, I genuinely believed it. Believed it because our base defense is 3-2, 2-3-2,
so you have
right?
someone there,
right? Yeah, exactly. I just didn't think Amon was gonna get his ankles taken like that. So
I don't think he was taking it. I think Dan just outran that man.
No, he did. Well, first of all, like that was just one of many L's that I took in the last podcast because I bet on Kraken and I bet on Purple Rain. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. That was a Dan special. A design play.
No,
Was that his first read? Was that Hart's first read?
We had been. The thing about playing y'all is us, right? Mm-hmm. And any kind of specialty defense or unique wrinkle, like we're gonna get it, right? Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be just your run-of-the-mill game. So we know we're gonna have like one or two chances for those types of plays. And we saw something that we're like, all right, we're gonna have one chance. And it's not like I'm gonna be wide open. It's like you're gonna get one-on-one one time, right? And here's your chance, kind of. And so we took advantage there, but you guys mixed it up on defense, did different things.
Yeah, because on that particular defense, we were single high.
Yeah.
We had switched to single high.
One snap.
Huh? Yeah, that one snap. Yeah.
One snap.
Yeah, we got exposed.
But hey, like from my perspective, I was just really impressed with Pap and how he played. No sacks, no interceptions, 5 for 6 on 4th down.
Crazy and difficult passes too.
So, and part of our philosophy, I mean, it's not like you just make teams play 4th down over and over and over again. But when offenses go 5 for 6 against you, it's really tough.
And I wasn't familiar, I didn't know about that stat, but the one series that was not converted was the final series that we had, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Where we were in the red zone, and we went home run on both of them. We went for the kill shot on both those.
Yes, exactly. And so what I think that did for game flow, you guys possessed the ball a lot more than we did, right? And what's crazy is that our second drive in the first half, we were going in. I think we were going to score, but we were up against the clock, right? And so you hurry, running to the line, and we basically ran out of time, right? We didn't get to do that, but I think that's because Pap controlled the ball and controlled the game so well. And because you look at the box score, like Harris and Pap kind of threw for the same amount of yards. Harris had the one interception on 4th and 20. I'm like, well, you got to throw the ball, whatever. Pap didn't take any sacks. Harris didn't take any sacks. So if you didn't tell me the score and you just showed me the box, I'd be like, man, this is probably a really close game. But then it's like you get all the fourth down conversions, you make all these plays. I know there's been a lot of talk about like on the field, Pap seems to be moving pretty well. Like that was the first time I played against him since the injury, but I think he looks like himself. If anything, he looks better. And I think it's a great story arc for him in that last year he caught a lot of heat, but he's just improved. He's gotten better. Like now he doesn't hold the ball. He checks it down when he needs to, and then when he needs to make that play to Hash or Carbone, he makes it. So credit to him on that.
I feel like Dart's roster has also gotten a lot better this season. I feel like you have players in places to succeed, and like adding guys, you got rid of some guys, you add some pieces. I think it's just the whole camaraderie right now. It's like a strong unit, I would say. And Papilla, man, like credit to him as well. Like I think last season he got a lot of flack for a lot of interceptions. He was throwing a lot of picks. He wasn't finishing games. Kind of just sitting in the pocket, like you said, just sitting in the pocket a lot. And this season he's just doing what needs to be done to win games. He's not doing a lot, but he's not selling. He's doing what needs to be done. And that's how you win football games. Like you don't have to be LeBron every week. You can kind of just, I'm not saying he's coasting. I'm just saying like he's just playing smart football.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't lose the game first.
He's not
right?
losing the game.
You can't lose the game.
And he's winning the game as well. So I mean, he's doing what needs to be done, and he's putting the ball in the guys like a lot of throws to EB, and EB like his hips, man, like he's gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
like EB's hips, he's making moves, catching the ball.
On my play card for the team, it was literally like number 19. He's gonna flip his hip, like get in front of him and make the pull.
He got me once. Like he's doing a lot of catching these guys. Jelani and EB are catching the ball at line, and they're making plays. And they're weapons. And Carbone had a nice touchdown this week. So like they're overall, like I just see a unit. I see Dart as a unit, and defensively, like that 3-2 is nice. It's nice, and it's a good defense, and it's gonna be hard to beat Dart. So we'll see how the other games go. You haven't played FNF yet. Probably your hardest game to go, I think. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I do think like Pap has sort of like changed his game, and the injury obviously like contributed to that. We had like a lot of conversations over the last year, him, me, Ibby, Pap, about like how he can change his game. And so, yeah, I mean, I think he's seeing the field a lot better. I think that he's forced to, not rely so much on, his running ability and his hips, and which got him in trouble, last year. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely think that he made some critical throws. If he doesn't make those throws, it's a different game.
Well, I mean, the fourth down,
different game.
The drive where we're
in our own territory.
You decide to go for it. I want you to punt because I'm like, I want the ball back.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was when the catch the DJ. That was ruled a no catch.
No, that was Amon on the sideline. DJ made the fourth down catch, and that was a tight window throw. That was like like a shoebox throw. It was tight coverage.
Yes.
And if you don't get that, we have the ball on like the 20-yard line, all the momentum for a potential comeback. So,
and so I was talking to the ref about how I felt like it was a catch. And so by the time I was done talking to the ref, I swing my head and I see them lining up, and I'm just like in a formation that they're about to run a play. And so I'm like, he's doing it to me again, because Pep he's a gunslinger. He's like, I trust in myself, and he always goes for it on fourth down. And I'm like, play the percentages. And so, but at that point, we didn't have a timeout. There's nothing I can do. And I'm just like, just muttering to myself. And then it works out. But yeah.
What was with Rafa's timeout? Why did he call timeout?
I don't remember. Like, what did we used it though?
It was after I scored my touchdown. He just called timeout.
Who?
Rafa.
Oh, was that it? Yeah.
Is he okay, man?
Huh?
Is he okay?
I think so.
You know what it might have been? I think Harris was running to the line to run a play right away. And I think he might have been trying to organize for the conversion.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought it was, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. But I don't know if I would have used the timeout in that moment. Maybe I would have, probably. But yeah, it worked out. And if had it not, it definitely would have been a different game. And there were other fourth down, there was another fourth down where he threw it against his body and hit Maroche, just past the first down marker. I mean, like, just little plays, and it just seems to me like every game is like that. Just like one or two plays here or there changes the whole complexion of the game.
I felt, I mean, obviously after the game, I felt terrible and really wanted to win. But watching that tape over, I kind of felt better about our
You
team.
should. I mean, because Harris just was throwing dots and played really, really well. Overall, I think y'all did really well. It's just like we only had 4 drives. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of margin.
It's small,
error
and then
there, yeah.
also like even little things like you can tell Dart has played together and are so cohesive right now. Small things like, you know, Harris like thinks Ife is going to cut one way. It's just like, you know, a few inches off, but that's going to make the difference in these types of game. And I'm like, all right, the more this group gets to play together, we're already so close, right? Like, if the other team makes that many plays in critical times, you just tip your cap and say, that's how it went.
I probably give credit to Ibby for that. Ibby was not on our roster last year, although he came out to watch all the games. But you know, this year, you know, he's really good at getting everybody together and just making sure everybody's reading off the same sheet of music. So I think that he's got everybody locked in, and so it's just a different sort of feeling in the chat. We're just, you know, Ibby keeps us focused.
All right, game 4, Muslimin versus Wolf Stars. Man, it was a crazy game. Unfortunately, it took an L at the last second type. Like we like this game was like a lot of miscues in the game for my team. Like we had a lot of drives. We're in like the red zone twice, and we just like some snap issues, some things like this. We weren't on the same page. We couldn't finish it early. But second half, we had different, just whole new script. Offensively, we scored 3 touchdowns in one half. Like we were moving the ball was nice, but what changed for me was my defense fell apart. Like instead of my defense being the strong one, offense being weak, we flipped it, and we couldn't stop anybody. Rushing was Moise did a great job. He did a great job of rushing, but I think our coverage, like we allowed 3 bombs. Like Wahaj had a bomb on us.
That was a great catch.
I mean,
wait, how old is he?
44. He's 44 now.
He announced it. 44 years old.
44 years old, and you know, we were so keyed in on the middle. Like we're making sure there's no short stuff, no center stuff, no. We forgot Shuja has an arm. He can throw a football.
Yeah,
we kind of forgot about that.
But Shuja was not on his A game. You guys should have taken advantage of that.
Yeah,
that was your opportunity.
He had some miscues. Miscues for sure. I think the pressure was definitely getting to him a little bit. Their first score he had though was kind of nice. Like he got through me and Hamza, Ibrahim, the one to Jamal, I think, one of their fast guys. But their last scores with the killer, man. Like I throw past my cousin Malik. He takes it all the way to the house. We have 18 like
the crossing route.
Yeah, we have 18-14 lead now with like 3-4 minutes to go. And it's like, all right, like let's get a stop and go home.
Yep.
You know, like usually like this is the stop we need. We're gonna happen, and then it's just another miscue. Like we left the guy go by himself like for a touchdown, and it's just like we're still figuring things out. You know, we had some missed opportunities there for sure. Like that could have definitely been a W. I feel like if we lock in one more drive and we blew it. But this is how it is. You know, like both sides of the ball got to be on the same page, and we weren't. And Wahaj and Shuja took advantage of that for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was. I mean, like, if you remember in the last podcast, I predicted that you would have the ball, final drive, and I predicted that you were going to score, and you know, you were almost there, but just couldn't seal the deal. Now you're running left. Okay, it's 4th down.
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
I'm running left, and people told me I had a lane, but the thing is, I had some issues, my body a little bit. Like I wasn't fully feeling great. So when I rolled left, I'm trying to throw the ball, and when I'm looking at it, I see Asad Irfan. He's not one of my like top targets, but I'm seeing a guy wide open, and then I'm seeing a little bit of like a tug on the shirt on his jersey. So I'm thinking we have a holding there. I'm thinking because it's right in front of the referee, but I throw it kind of in a like a win-win scenario. Catches the ball, he catches it amazing, drops it, it's a flag, and there's no flag and there's no call. And in that moment, I'm just like, you can never like hope for a call,
especially
ever.
These refs who haven't been calling anything the whole day.
They don't call. They don't call,
you know what I mean?
Like
they
that.
just let guys play.
Yeah, they let you play for sure. And I think Farhan was one that grabbed, but it wasn't egregious. But I just thought like
you had a free play.
You seeing a jersey tug.
Yeah.
You would have, but it was kind of slick a little bit. But I just thought like they're gonna call that one, but it wasn't called. And like in basketball, like you know when you're driving for a call in playoffs, and you get in contact and you're going for it, screaming, like you want to foul.
Yeah. You
probably won't get the call. But if you go in you're trying to score as well, must-go score
Mhm.
because the call is not guaranteed. Or
Yeah.
that bucket has 2 points.
Mhm.
So it was a bad play by me. I should either just ran it or threw the ball away. I don't think it was fourth down. I think probably third.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like
It wasn't. I don't think it was.
It
fourth
wasn't
down.
a fourth. It wasn't like a. If it was fourth down, I probably would throw it like I would throw it like in the middle somewhere. Throw it somewhere, probably a Fred or something like that. If it's a fourth down scenario. But it was we had a moment there, but still like I feel like my defense. We had some miscues that we just have to clean up for sure. Definitely, we showed signs of like growth though. We showed signs of like that fight's there. Like
Yeah.
the fight will always. Like
you got Moas on your team. I mean, Moas is gonna go
That
balls to the
interception
wall.
he had,
Yeah,
man, that was one of the more impressive plays I've seen
yeah.
in
That was
flag.
Yeah, that was good. It's not gonna make top 5, but
No, come on, it's gotta. What?
no, it's not gonna make
that
top 5.
play was the one that kind of like got us going though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that got us to score within like 5 yards. It was a nice
Yeah.
little pick, man. Like that was that changed a lot for us in that game. And
Yeah, because you guys got it right there on the red
right
zone.
there, red zone,
punched
quick,
in.
quick score,
Mhm.
Us that are fine. So
I mean, it was a tale of two halves. Like the first half was super low scoring. I think it was it 0-0 or 7-0 or
7-0.
7. Yeah, it's super low scoring defensive battle, and then all of a sudden, second half, boom, 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 boom. Everyone's
scoring.
like huge plays too.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting to see. But then Shuja had the ball, and he got the drive done when he needed to. But really tight game. I think it was also. Like emotionally, I don't think it was as like chippy as our game, but like intensity and how good the play was. I thought it was like championship level, playoff level atmosphere for sure for the game.
I'm just really glad that we're having these kind of issues right now early in the season. Like I know people don't want to lose and win, but I just feel like I have been in the teams where we're top seed and we're number 1 seed or number 2 seed. I've been in those seasons where it's like we're looking like we're the best team in the league, but come playoff time, we sell. Like it's a sell. Like it's like we have the team to do it, and it's playoff time. We lose in semis, or we lose in the first round of the matchup, right? So this season, I'm having the opposite. I'm having the effect where like I'm in those tight moments and playoff moments now, and we're not capitalizing now, but now we're building for the playoffs. So I'm kind of liking where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Like 1 and 2 is not where you want to be, obviously, but like I'm versing the top teams. I'm losing by a smidge here, a smidge.
Same with
there.
GSOT then, right? I mean, like if you look at their first game, not their best performance. Played a little better in game 2. Played a lot better in game 3. You know what I mean? Maybe not the outcome might not be there, right? But I mean, like you can see the improvement.
I do feel that same way. Like I don't want to be 1 and 2. We haven't been 1 and 2 in a long time, but it's also a 3-game sample size, right?
Yeah.
It's low, and you're playing the best in one of the best leagues in very high competition. I agree with Tazim. It's like, are you getting better? Are you making these mistakes and learning from them, right? Are you building that chemistry so that in the playoffs it's full go?
Yeah, and I think credit to World Stars, like they definitely they made the plays they need to make. Like obeyed downfield, open, touchdown. Like that's on us for allowing that to happen. So they stepped up. I think their rushing was really good too. Like Ace was doing a great job.
Ace had a good game.
Ace was really good rushing, and Wahaj also did a pretty good job rushing. Like they had a good contain going on as well. They game planned and they did a good job. Shuja is that guy. Like Shuja has that arm, and I was kind of testing his talent out, and he kind of got me. So now we have to adjust and make some moves for next time if I see him again. But like Shuja, like he can throw that ball from field to field, and he got it to Wahaj right in the right spot where Wahaj kind of just
right over the outstretched arms.
Oh
my God.
Hamza was back there, and it was just it was where he needed to be, and like that's someone like he has that talent, and Shuja has.
Oh yeah,
he's that guy. So.
And that's not really like a Wahaj catch. Like if you think of a Wahaj play, it's more of just like a zero. Just take 2 slow steps, flash. You know what I mean? And then just run up the sideline.
That's kind of why I said like, do they have any deep threats? And kind of show me that they have guys that can go deep. But usually they're all more like a zero, kind of zeros and screens and things like that. But it was fun, man. It was fun. Hopefully we'll see him again. So I'm excited for it.
Good game.
All right, game 5, 12 p.m. game. We got Chaos versus Kraken. And it was a pretty good matchup. Obviously the Monkey and them boys took care of business, 35-14. But Kraken showed signs. They used that new snap style with like the snap, like this step,
flip it to
the legs.
them,
That was a big thing they used. It was an advantage. You can avoid the whole Moyes catching your snap now.
Yeah,
you can avoid that whole thing happening. So
now if Moyes still intercepts that snap,
that's something.
That'd be wild. Maybe it makes top 5. Maybe it makes top 5.
Maybe. But you know, Kraken did some good things. You know, Aaron Key is a really, really good special talent.
Yeah.
He knows how to high point that ball. You know what I
high
mean?
pointing. He's really fast.
Yes.
He's like
In the open field, you're not catching him.
one-on-one.
So
It's
athletic.
gonna be tough for
Yeah.
anyone to get to him.
Okay, so who was that guy last year who was doing the same kind of stuff? Cheetah?
Jalen David.
Jalen David.
And he was
Right.
supposed to be on Purple
He
Rain.
was supposed to be on this team?
He was supposed to be on Purple Rain.
Oh, Purple Rain. Okay.
Yeah.
They could have used him.
They could have used him.
He's the
Yeah.
he's the 2025 Cheetah, I guess.
Yeah.
He's that guy this year
Mhm.
for sure. Like last year, Jalen David, he was going off. Like, he was making
Yeah.
crazy, spectacular plays.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was still lose, but like he was going off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what Aaron Key is doing as well. And you know, Mustafa Monkey, he had a great day as well. 200 yards, 5 touchdown passes.
Hmm.
You know, he's hitting Suffy. These guys, Suffy and Isaac, they're doing a lot of pitches. Pitch game is going well for these guys.
Yeah.
I think it's the LOZ thing. LOZ always did pitches.
Mm.
They always did pitches back in the day with like, you know, with the Twins, and I mean, Jen don't really pitch the ball, but other guys always pitch the ball. And Nonzo has been having a season, man.
Yeah.
Bro's talking smack
course.
to me just because I didn't pick them.
Yeah,
Like mid-game.
they're all
Mid-game,
talking
he was
just
talking-
to you.
yeah, talking
They're all
smack
talking
Uh,
just to
I gotta give Selfie a shout out, man. He's, I think, improved so much.
Yeah.
This week, 7 catches, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's premier level. He added a dip. I think he's gotten smarter. And I think it's like you join this flag football community and you see guys grow and become like he's a threat. I
Mhm.
think you gotta like look out for him, and he makes plays. So that's been really cool. And sorry for yelling at you, Suffy. He threw a ball onto the field during the Muslimin game, and
His hands touched it. He should have caught it. know?
someone
No
was
excuse.
gonna get hurt,
No
but
excuse.
you know.
And Suffy had a
Bro, just be yelling at everybody, man.
a touchdown back pylon, like 1 foot.
The picture. Do you see the picture?
The
That was
picture,
sick.
Yeah. Samuel got the picture of him catching it
Mhm.
with the 1 foot, the reach.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah. That was tough.
celebration.
That was tough.
Yeah, he got the whole entire little
Nice.
moment there. So that was dope.
Yeah.
What do you think exciting about how you feel about the game?
I mean, great for chaos. I mean, they did their thing. I mean, they pulled away. Like, it was kind of close in the beginning. It was kind of like back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, you know, eventually, the better team prevailed. I mean, I think that's great. I mean, like, I'm not upset about it. I mean, I'm happy that my guys won. You know?
I feel like Chaos got some swag.
Huh?
Like, I feel like Chaos got some swag and chemistry.
Yeah, it's too much, bro. They need to chill out. They need some L's. They need some L's, bro. You guys got them next week?
You got
Bro,
them, yeah.
please beat them down, bro.
I got you.
How you gonna say that about your sons, man?
Please beat them down. No, man, they got their egos too inflated.
They need some humble pie.
Yeah, for
Okay.
real, bro, for real. Shut up, Nonso.
Alrighty, week 4 predictions is here.
Predictions.
Game 1, we have Family and Friends versus GSOT. Greatest show on turf. I think this is it would have been a good game, but I'm hearing some things about quarterback play. I'm hearing some things about guys missing. What's your thoughts on?
Yeah. So obviously CJ he's not cleared. Harris is out of town. So we're gonna bring in the circus, some backyard. You know, obviously without a quarterback, it's not a game that anybody's gonna expect us to win.
Yeah.
But we are going to try and improve ourselves on defense. Right, you can still play defense, chemistry-wise, and then offense.
RJ, baby.
Yeah.
QB1.
There you go.
CJ,
Here's
QB1.
Here's your chance.
Bro.
If you have anything weird that you've thought of that you've wanted to try,
Mhm.
let me know and we'll try it this week.
Let's get weird.
Yeah.
But Dan, I gotta say though, you know, the Sayed family are all quarterbacks. You all played high school football, right? As
We did, yeah.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So it should be no question, no brain. Like it should be you playing QB1 and doing your thing. You know, it should be you can play high school football as quarterback. Like you have the experience.
Yeah.
You can definitely do it. But I feel like
It's more like, I mean, I used to play quarterback and flag like back in like 2016. It's more I haven't done it in like a decade,
okay.
right? And so it's
Yeah.
like first time you line up and the rush is coming at you and you're like, whoa, this is fast. Or like, you know, like I can throw it far, but can I do it with people coming after me? And like, you
got
know,
like a lot of these guys chasing after you.
right. Exactly.
So,
It's different.
Yeah, I think.
But if you win, if you win, then can we talk about the quarterback controversy?
Honestly,
then you have 3 quarterbacks on your roster, you know? So then it's like...
I would have to watch the film of like how we won, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
is it just like one of the funniest, most random victories of my career, or was it like, oh, I balled out a quarterback, which I would be really skeptical of happening. But yeah, we're gonna have fun out there. We're gonna play hard on defense. We got some things to work on, just basic stuff like flag pulling, being better at hip flips and laterals and stuff like that you can show up and do regardless of who's playing. So it's part of adult life, right? Like, some people are going to miss games. Obviously, when it's your quarterback, is not the best, but hey,
Yeah, I'm excited to see how you do though.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So we're just assuming that he's QB1? Is that the assumption?
I'm hoping because he played high school football.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely going to take at least some or portion of that just for that reason, and also being like captain and having some control over what's going on. But yeah, if you ever wondered how it's going to look for Arjit or EJ to throw a pass, this is the
Actually,
the
we've seen Rohan throw a pass before.
Oh.
The double forward
Yes,
pass?
of course. That's
Classic.
infamous, man.
Classic.
That's infamous.
Yeah. I mean, Arjit's pretty good, like as in the Wildcat, So he sometimes he nudges me to play QB1. So I mean, like Arjit playing QB1. So now's his chance. Yeah, I think you guys can get creative. You guys don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
just
Yeah, I mean, you're versing FNF. They're just probably one of the top teams in the league. They've won back-to-back championships. I know it wasn't like the same team, but the core is kind of the same core.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been winning all these championships? So it's gonna be a hard matchup to me. I just think FNF is just too much right now. Like, too much talent, too much firepower. Like, when they start scoring, it gets wild. Like, that's when you have to contain their scoring. Keep them at 6-0.
Yeah.
Keep them at that fight. Like a gritty game. When it starts getting cute, us do some spinning and scoring and jump balling. It's like that's when it gets kind of out of hand. But I think because there's obviously no hearts, I'm gonna say FNF's gonna take the W, probably 28 to like 28-12, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think?
I think it'll be like a little bit lower scoring.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably put it like 21-14.
Oh wow.
Oh, that close,
That's
man.
That's a battle then.
If it's that tight, and and we're making him sweat like that, I think we're doing a good job.
But I didn't say he was going to win though.
For
I didn't
sure.
say he was going to win though. FNF will win. FNF will win.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna. Yeah, it'll probably be like a 21-7 like type range. If we're scoring multiple times and keeping them under, like keeping them to that 2-3 score range, that would be quite, I think, solid. If we overperform at quarterback, that could
I'd love to see EJ have a big game though.
make it close.
Because he's been maligned a little bit, so it'd be great to see EJ have a great game.
EJ, man, EJ is a special talent, man. He hasn't had that game that like EJ game yet. He hasn't had that like 2-3 tutty game. He hasn't been clowning too much. He hasn't had one of those breakaways where he just kind of jogs to the end zone where there's no one chasing, just by himself. He hasn't had that, and EJ can definitely do that. This might be the week, but this is the week where Salah said like EJ for MVP. They had the whole big, the week one stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Salah and EJ they're gonna be senior starter a lot. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, and EJ will be rushing, so that's always fireworks.
Oh yeah, always. All right, game 2, 9 a.m. game. We have the Wolf Stars versus Dart. Now, what does Dart stand for? Is it
Dallas Area Recreational Team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No, I just never put it all together. Like someone asked me that, I had no answer. I was like, it's Dart. Like, it's just Dart. Like, but that's cool.
Interesting time to ask.
Yeah, I know.
just random.
You don't want to ask that off camera?
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But back to the game. This is gonna be pretty cool game, I would say. I think I've been hearing some rumors that some guys aren't going to be there or something like that. I don't know. Can't confirm or deny. But Dart's going to be there. Dart's going to definitely be there. I'll tell you right now. And Dart's been coming hot. They've been coming with fire. I think that
is Wolf Stars 2-1?
They're 2-1. Yes, they're 2-1.
Yep.
Only lost the Titans actually.
All right.
And they beat FNF. So they're looking pretty good. They're in a good spot. I would just say that Wolf Stars, they did beat us last week, and I feel like the mistakes that we do, Dart would never do. Like the Dart would never just let you score like breakaway bombs. Like Darts, they play very safe, good defense. Like they're playing, like besides your bomb, usually they're playing very safe, smart, good football. I think that because they're gonna have to score gritty scores, like throw a hitch, then throw another hitch, then like just grind it out. And that's kind of Dart's that's Dart's thing too. Dart loves the gritty games, and that's what they're doing right now. And we're just playing great football, so I just don't see Dart losing this game. I see this probably looking like a low scoring affair. Dart hasn't had a crazy high scoring game, so I mean, I guess Bruce kind of got out of hand, but against a good team, I'll probably say a good like 2013.
2013.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, that Dart defense is it's definitely it's very solid. They make you put together long drives, put together play after play after play, and then they're opportunistic about turnovers and going for it. Opportunistic sacks. Taha and Jelani are very very good rush. Wolfstars have that savvy though too. They make plays. They stay calm. They don't get rattled. I think it's going to be a really, really close game. I think just based on the rumors that Dart probably has a slight advantage as this Sunday.
Okay, so let's say that the full team is there. How would you gauge this game? Full team, Shuja, Ubaid, healthy, everybody.
I think full game. It's exactly as I said preseason podcast. Until someone beats Ubaid and Oasis, and then obviously like Shuja Wahaj, fine, all their other guys too, Todd, Jamal. Like until that core loses, I'm not going to pick against them. So if it was a full team, but for week 4, I think Dart's undefeated. They're rolling. I think Pap's playing mistake-free, almost perfect football. And if he's able to do that, I think they'll probably pull it out. I think it will probably come down to conversions, though. Still, I think it'll be like a 21-19 type of game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can count out the Usher brothers.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, Obaid's like a great football mind, and then Ace is just like very high intensity, just relentless. After the quarterback. So even if if Shuja's not there, I mean, Obaid's a very accomplished quarterback. So we'll have to game plan for both of them and see what happens. But I would say, I mean, like I'm gonna pick my Dart guys, even though I picked Wolf Stars to be the number 1 team. In this particular game, the way that we're playing, I think we have the slight advantage. I think Vegas probably has us favored. Not by a landslide, but I think Vegas
it's like minus 1.5 or something.
Huh?
Minus 1.5.
Oh, like
line.
in terms of like the point spread?
Yeah, it's got to be tight. Got to be real tight.
Yeah, I think So it's not like a pick 'em, but yeah, maybe I'd probably put it like minus 3.5, minus 4, something like that.
Oh, really? Man? Yeah, okay. I wouldn't go outside that. I wouldn't go above 2. I don't think conversions.
Yeah. I mean, so I would. I mean, I'm gonna say that. But I think we'll win by probably like 8 points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think this would be quite a signature win for the Usher brothers.
If they win this game, then man, that's impressive.
It would be cool to see like Ubaid like play quarterback by himself, because we haven't seen that actually. We haven't seen Ubaid solo.
What do you mean by himself?
By himself, as in like there's no star, there's no star threat. There's just Ubaid on the island, and he's going mano a mano, and he just, I'm better than you. I'm gonna beat your team. Like they kind of like, we haven't, because usually the Wolfpack it was Iman and Ubaid duo.
Right.
And then in Carrollton, it was like Ariel and Ubaid kind of thing, and Iman as well. So now it's like, if it's just going to be Ubaid show, we haven't seen that. So it's going to be cool to see Ubaid just doing his thing. Like what's his style going to be? Is he going to be over here running and gunning, or is he going to be throwing, zeros? Or like, we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it in DMFL yet. So I'm excited to see if it happens, how you do by himself.
And I mean, I think against Dart, it's defense. Yeah, obviously they have great athletes, but it's very cerebral. Like they're changing coverages, they're changing who's rushing, they're communicating, and Ubaid is a very cerebral player. So he is the type of person that could go in and understand what type of changes they're making in game and try and take advantage of it. Right? He still has to execute, but if you're telling me like the game is on the line, and from a mental perspective, I would trust Obed to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I said it last year on the pod, and I'll say it again. Like, something happens when teams lose their star players. Other players step up. It's not always a zero-sum game, and the other team can be, psychologically, when they see that, across the on the other side of the ball, they don't have their best players. It can be kind of different in terms of how you play, because you're like, okay, do you start to play down? Do you start to not play to your full potential? It happens a lot in sports. It's the reason why a lot of times when and Vegas can attest to this, like a lot of times when teams don't have their best players, the other team, that team that doesn't have their best players, they end up winning a game. They end up winning, like right off the rip, they end up winning a game. Can't underestimate who you're playing.
Yeah, and I would say, like, if you watch all the Wolfstars film this year, take that all away, because Obey's style is that FNF style, the Wolfpack style. Play fast and quick and play football.
Pitch.
Like Shuja, like when you verse Shuja, it's not like versus Wolfpack. It's like versing a whole different kind of quarterback.
Right.
It's slow. It's methodical. It's
yes.
Like, you're trying to just like talk, like
dictate. It's like Peyton.
It's like
the
line.
line.
At the line, going to hey, do this and do that before the play starts.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like Wolfpack, it's like hike, running, going, hike again, hike. It's just so fast.
Yes.
Whole different style. So I think Obey might bring that flavor again to this week. Had that fast style, so that might. Shooter's not gonna, if he's not there. I think that can be a factor, but we'll see. He might show up. You never know. You might see him on Sunday.
Yeah.
Be ready for that. Be ready. All right, game 3, we have Titans versus Purple Rain. Yeah, man, it's gonna probably be a beat down, I would say.
I mean, assuming Armand is back, right?
Who?
Armand? Is that his name?
It could be anybody.
Yeah, it's Armand.
It can be Jiffy. It can be Shannon
That's
Sharp.
true.
It can be anybody out there, man. Like
the Easter Bunny.
It can be anyone at quarterback. With Titans, they can plug and play.
They
can
could.
plug and play.
I like their system. It's cool.
And like with their strategy, putting one at quarterback, they can figure it out. I mean, obviously, when you verse FNF, you're putting your top guys there. But when you're versing Purple Rain, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're not as experienced. They're ready to verse this kind of team, because they have a lot going on in the offense. So I think it's probably gonna be a decisive win. Like after you lose a game, that whole week is just trauma. That Monday feel, and then that Thursday you're watching the highlights, you're like dang.
And that Friday you're like, oh, I'm motivated
and
to
Friday
like.
You're back. Like we can't make it. Can't do it again. We can't have that Monday through Thursday feel again.
Yes.
So we have to avoid that. So I think it's gonna be a Titan show. We're gonna have crazy highlights for Rahil. Shout out Rahil, man. He's always asking about the podcast. Always asking when's it coming out. Always,
Yo, I think he's one of the best receivers in the league. I think he's impressive. You look at like, because I when we do the stats, I was like, this is like 3 weeks in a row this guy's coming out. So then I turn on some of the film and I'm like, okay, I think he has a physical presence. He's pretty athletic. Yeah, he's
and
good.
Also shout out Rahil. He makes a highlight tape every week of his like just his highlight. Like he makes a highlight tape per week.
Wait, where's he posted on IG?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check him out then.
All right.
All right.
So he's balling out. But
taking footage from the Thursday.
Thursday
highlights.
Thursday highlight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He kind of just makes little quick snippets, but it's
nice.
cool.
He's posting it on IG.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I got 35. Basically, it's been 37-12 the last 2 weeks. I think it's basically going to be the same thing, 35-12. I'm interested to see again. Can my man Abuzar get to close to 100 yards? Can he catch another touchdown? Right, like he could end up being maybe rookie of the year or so, close to something like that. But I think Titans are gonna take it pretty handily. And one of these weeks, like Sahel, let's see, like, hey, no turnovers this week. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think I would say
this is not
40,
the week.
43-20.
Oh,
they're gonna get to the 40 threshold, I think, this week, and probably beat them down.
Yeah, sorry, Sahil. I can't pick you this week, man. So, I think it's gonna be. I think Titans will run up the score because PD does matter. So I think they're going. It's gonna be a bloodbath. They're gonna empty the clip, and they're gonna score in the 40s, and Purple Rain will be like maybe a couple tutties.
Okay.
Like 12-ish?
Yeah.
13?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
12. Sounds good. All right. Game 4, we're going to have Flag Theft Auto versus Kraken. That's actually a pretty interesting matchup.
Yeah, it
This
is.
is actually an interesting matchup.
For
A
sure.
lot of athletes on
Like,
the field.
You know, Flag Theft Auto has like the vets. They have the Bruces in the world.
It's 2 1-2 teams, right?
Both 1 and 2.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
So
It's a big
they're
game.
fighting to get to 500.
Yeah.
Which in this format, top 8, make it like if you get to 500, you're gonna
Make the
you're gonna
playoffs.
make it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
And Kraken, they have some gunners. They have some guys that can just score.
Yep.
Throw a jump ball that might moss you, or you might just not be able to catch them. They have
Mm.
some guys where and they're mixing a lot of the quarterback play, mixing some guys it wasn't just Frazier. It was some of their guys who were really fast played quarterback. Even put Aaron Key out there, quarterback running around. So that's why he's hard to catch.
Mhm.
So I think they mixed it up well. I have them doing the upset.
Really?
okay.
I have Kraken taking this dub, and I think that Flag Theft Auto, they should win this game, but I just feel like Kraken might surprise you, and they might jump on you early, and it's hard to adjust to that. So I think it's going to be a crazy game. I have it like a 27-21 last score type thing. Kraken gets it done.
Nice. Cool. All right. I think Flag Theft Auto is going to win. I think that Bruce is going to have more than 50 yards rushing. These are the types of matchups that I think he gets his legs going. He's a hard flagpole, spin, juke. He's going to get a rushing touchdown. But I think we're going to get some Kraken highlights too. We kind of do every week to some extent,
Yeah.
right? But I think Flag Theft Auto is going to pull it out 27-14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like Flag Theft Auto by a couple touchdowns as well. I think Jordan, who's a very underrated flag puller, will probably get several sacks. I think
You can pencil in Khalid for some sacks. You can pencil Khalid in for some sacks too.
for sure. I think Patrick, has himself a few catches, and then Lonnie's going to be wide receiver number 1, and Bruce will have at least 3 touchdowns. He might have about probably 250 yards passing.
Oh, wow.
250. Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's hard.
Yeah, I think it's
And 50 rushing, or and 50 rushing.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
he could. I think because he's that kind of threat, So
I think the yard. That's hard though when Kraken gets the ball in both halves, right? To rack up that kind of.
that's true. But they had the ball both halves last week, and
Mucky
they
still did.
got smacked. So, I think Flag Theft Auto. I think they're trending up, and they're going to keep trending up. So, I like them in a runaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, game 5, 12 p.m. at noon game. We have Muslimin versus Chaos. Man, oh man, it's a big game.
All the pressure's
Yeah.
on you guys, though,
Pressure's
right?
definitely on us.
right? Because you're 1 and 2, and they're 2 and 1.
Yeah, for
right.
sure, for
You're
sure.
underperforming, and they're overperforming.
Yep,
I think this is game of the week, actually.
that's true. It's all true words, but I would say that I'm versing Mustafa Mucky, one of my guys. One of my favorite.
So he's not going to surprise you with anything.
One of my
you've
favorite
been in the
guys.
huddle with him so many times.
Usually he's always on my team. Now
Yeah.
we're versing in DMFL, which hasn't happened in 2 years. A lot of love there, but we have that personal rivalry a little bit. I can't lose this man. I cannot lose to him. He'll harass my life.
Oh yeah, you get TikTok videos,
He's
you'll
gonna
get
harass-
IG, you get
He's gonna
everything.
harass my life. I know I can't lose this game. My team knows we can't lose this game either. This is a big game for my team.
yes.
We've been underperforming. I agree, and it's the games that games like this, you just can't lose them. We have to go 2-2. We have to even up the 2-2 make them 2-2 as well, because they have been having a nice little road so far.
Yeah.
They've been kind of skating by, kind of unfazed. They're kind of just watching all the fire happening. They kind of just keep going. So this is a must win for us. If they win, they're 3-1, and we're 1-3. So this is a must win. Obviously, Mucky and these guys have been balling out, Nonzo, Suffy, Daniel. Obviously, Isaac is their superstar guy.
Yeah, and they're just having fun.
They're just
You
balling
They
out.
are. They do look like they're
I
having
feel like
fun.
LOZ last year, they're kind of toxic. This team is kind of just vibing.
Yeah.
They're just
It's
chilling,
the opposite. They look like
They
they look
And
like
Mucky
they're
just doing
having
his thing. Mucky's not doing too much. He's just doing what he has to do. And
Props to him as a leader, though, right? If you turn a team with a similar core from toxic to having a good vibe, that's probably an indication that Monkey's doing a good job
Definitely
leadership
Mucky.
wise.
Definitely Mucky. So for the game, I think that we're coming in with some. I don't want to talk too crazy because I'm not 100% healthy, so I can't talk wild right now. I would have. If I was fully healthy right now, I'm talking crazy. I'm saying they won't score, but I gotta relax. I'm not gonna be fully there yet. I'm kind of recovering with some stuff, so I'm gonna say we're winning this game, 100%. Like Muslim's gonna win the game. We're gonna be having a picture. Picture day is coming up. You know, we'll be there for picture day. But it's gonna be a cool little matchup. You know, it's gonna be a little bit interesting. You know, because what I've noticed is like against me when teams score first, they usually win the game. I don't know why that is, but just somehow you just kind of get going after that first score. So I'm gonna challenge Monkey, my boy. I'm gonna challenge him this week. I'm gonna see if he can handle the pressure. They're probably gonna challenge me too. They might send 3 on me. They might send 3. I can see that happening. So when I versus Monkey at Dart, they sent 3 on me. So I'm preparing for 3. I'm preparing for that. So I think we're gonna probably win this game. I'm trying to score points, man, because there's been some shaky stats so far. It's been shaky everywhere. I'm trying to get to the 40s, man. So if Monkey can come with me in the 40s, we might have a game. So I'm gonna say 42-28. What's the mean?
Wow, 42-20. That's like a top
high scoring game of the season.
We stopped playing
Almost.
defense. No defense. Just offense now. We're all about offense.
I think Moise and Ali and Hamza, whoever, they're gonna they can cause problems for Monkey, right? Deflections, batted balls, all that kind of stuff. I think it just comes down to desperation here. You are desperate to win. Chaos is probably really happy with where they are. I would be shocked if you scored 40 points though. That would be a lot just game flow wise, and Monkey will control the game at least. I think from like a keeping it calm perspective. I think because of the desperation, I think you guys pull it out, but it'll be like a 21-13 type game.
Low scoring affair, man.
Well, that's middle,
I
right?
hate those, man. I hate that trash.
Yeah, I think it's. I wanted to pick Muslimin, but now we're all picking Muslimin.
You can't
But
do it. You can't
nah. Actually, I'm still gonna pick Muslimin. I'm still gonna pick Muslimin.
He wants Chaos
Just because
to
of
lose.
you,
Sonny wants
Nonso.
Chaos.
I'm not scared of you. I don't care who you are. I'm not scared of you. Yeah, I got Muslimin 28-21. I think it's going to be a back and forth battle, and then you guys will just score the final touchdown at the end. And then you're not going to give Monkey enough time at the end. Kind of like the way it went with Titans. You know what I mean? Like Monkey had the ball, but just not enough time at the end.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be the same 28-21 Muslimin.
Who can you see scoring 21? Like, who can be the one?
Fred.
You know
Are you talking about
on Chaos?
on Chaos? Yeah.
Who
So
you see breaking away on some plays?
I don't necessarily think it's going to be a breakaway. If it is a breakaway, I think it's going to be Daniel. But I think that the methodical drives are going to be a lot of Isaac. It's going to be a lot of dump offs to Nonso, huh?
Yeah, with pitch game.
Yeah. And I think Najib and these guys, like, I think it'll just be like, just long drives and but yeah, I don't think you're necessarily going to get mossed and stuff like that. So you just don't think they're going to be able to score very many points.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just think that they don't. Obviously Isaac, that's my guy. He's a great talent. Besides from Isaac, Suffy's a great rusher. He can score. Like if you leave Suffy open, he'll score a touchdown. I'm just saying, like, there's not many guys that are going to be over here just post corner. Like I don't see that, But my defense last week was a whole process. So we got to figure out some things out. So if we don't clean those issues out, I can see Daniel sneaking behind us or something like that happening. But I think we're gonna be ready to go after that last, because we know why we lost. We lost because we couldn't stop a deep ball. So we're gonna adjust, make some arrangements, make some moves. I might probably stay deeper this week. We might send just 2.
You were playing at like 5 yards last week.
We played no safety last week. We played.
I was
playing linebacker.
Yeah,
we had no safety, which it was a very aggressive strategy.
Yeah.
Which Shuja,
for the first half it worked.
The first half, they were struggling, man. It was working out, and then we got a Fred pick. Fred got that pick off the same strategy, so it was working at times. But when we need, what I should have done was when the game was 18-14, just go back to a standard defense now. We did what we had to do. We got the lead. Let's go back to what works, and we kind of stayed in that aggressive style, and it came out to Honda. So we gotta just keep it normal, keep it steady, take care of business like Patriots way. Just do your job and win the game. That's all we gotta do, and I think we will do that, but we'll see.
I have no idea what we're about to see. Okay, not a bad picture. My girl looking nice. All right.
All right, we got some Jiffy.
What team is this?
It's the F&F Titans.
Oh,
All right.
it's kind of a tough video.
Safwan.
Doopty.
All right, Devontae. Fred. Fade.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Oh God. Oh God.
I mean, I'm gonna say it right now. I don't think Dan is gonna catch any ball over 30 yards.
Bruh, what? I'm on. God, you sold so hard. I'm on. Why?
Sonny.
Bro, you did me dirty, bro. You did me dirty.
Wow. All that and a loss.
As the ball was in the air, like I was thinking about my prediction. I was like, as the ball's in the air, I was like, no. And then yeah,
GG's.
so that's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
All right, though.
I bet Sonny prefers to win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would trade. I'll trade.
Yeah.
No question.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for the show. It was an entertaining one. We had Dan, Sonny here, making it entertaining as possible. But that's all we got for this week. Any last thoughts, guys?
Dude,
That's it. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody.
I mean, I'm exhausted mentally, but still a long way to go. We're not even halfway there.
Yep. All right. See y'all next week. Sack.
Don't forget who won in the fall, Sonny, for the championship. Don't forget who won in the fall, Sonny, for the championship.
All right. All right. It worked out. Yeah. That's gold. That's comedy gold right there.
Hey, throw DJ the one-on-one, bro.
I promise you don't want that. Go to that side. I promise you don't want that. You saw 40-yard dash. He gave up halfway. What are you talking about? He gave up halfway. What are you talking about? I dare him to try this time.
Football. Sorry, DJ. Yeah, let's keep it quiet.
We got good weather out here. You know, it feels good. It ain't too hot. Windy, nice breeze. You know, the players are all right today, so we should be good.
How we doing, Russ?
I'm great.
Come on now. Hey, man, you're not going to get a foul, bro.
You can't put on pads now. Come on now. I know you never put one on before.
You right? And we got subs, bro. That's why you didn't get picked up. Oh. Yeah.
Whoa. Come on.
Oh, good throw. Hey, Mark. Don't let him get outside here. Yeah, wait, hey. That's a teammate. I'm going to calm it down.
Hey, Dan's whispering in that red smoke.
Look at him. I'm an instigator, too, bro. I'm just soft as hell.
What's that?
That's a TD. That was on the money right there. I like that.